As we approach summer months, we have a lot of high school seniors that are either going to be going off to college or entering the workforce. And now is a time to take a look at possibly setting up an estate plan for them because there's a lot of changes when kids turn 18.
So why does turning 18 matter from a planning perspective?
From a planning perspective, when you have an individual that turns 18, essentially they're no longer considered a minor. So they are able to make either healthcare decisions or financial decisions on their own. And the parents lose access to that information. So a way that the parents can not necessarily still have control, but have a say in maybe what happens to their child once they're no longer a minor is by getting, a will, a financial power of attorney, and a living will or healthcare power of attorney. Having those documents in place is a way that the parents can be set up as not necessarily the guardian, right? Even though they're still responsible for taking care of the kids. I use the term kids lightly here, but the child that's maybe now 18, they're able to step in and make decisions on behalf of the child if something were to happen to them. I always tell the story that in college, I unfortunately was in a situation where I got jumped and beat up with a baseball bat, and I still have no feeling in my head in some spots, but luckily I was with some friends that were there to help me, but the hospital never called my parents, right? Because I was over the age of 18. I was actually 21 at the time, actually 21, gonna be 22. And it's that real world situation that you don't often think about. Like, you're getting ready to send your kids off to college. Maybe they're in another state or another city. And you wanna make sure that if they're in a situation where they need healthcare decisions, they need, financial decisions made, like, you might be paying the bill for them going off to college or, supporting them in some way, but the school might not be required to give you any information because that child's 18, right? And if, let's say they're in a hospital in a dire situation, are you gonna wanna sit around and wait for a court to give you the approval to act on your child's behalf? Having these documents in place is just, it cuts down on time, right? If time is of the essence. So you never know what can happen, but it's an important thing to have, whether it's, somebody who's going off to college, starting out in the workforce, and they're over the age of 18, this is an essential thing to have for them.